Hello students, welcome to the e-learning platform presented by Mechanical Engineering Department of Dr. Bapuji Saloke Institute of Engineering and Technology, Kolhapur. The learning objectives for today's session are: study the types of positive displacement compressor and non-positive displacement compressors. The types of positive displacement compressor such as screw compressor, lobe compressor, vane compressor, axial flow compressor will be studied, and centrifugal compressor will also be studied in today's session. Second, study the difference between the compressor. Study the difference between the reciprocating air compressor and rotary air compressor, and the difference between the axial airflow compressor and centrifugal airflow compressor. Starting with first, screw compressor. Screw compressor is a positive displacement compressor. In screw compressor, the suction and discharge valve is replaced by port in the housing and piston by helical screw rotor, as shown in figure below. In this figure, we can see that the main advantage of using this compressor is that it can supply compressed air continuously with minimum fluctuation in delivery pressure. It is usually applied for low pressure application up to 8 bar. In its construction, it has a casing, an air filter, rubber seal, suction valve, and delivery valve mainly. It basically consists of two helical grooved rotors which are meshed with each other in housing with an air filter, rubber seal, suction, and delivery port. An electric motor drives male rotor shaft and female follows by the timing gear, but in some design, the metallic cylinder rotor follows the female rotor. Compression process is obtained by direct volume reduction with pure rotary motion. For clarity, let us understand the compression in three phases. First is suction. During suction, the voids are created on both male and female side of rotor, and gas is drawn in through the inlet port when the rotor is in unmeshed condition. Due to continuous rotation of rotor, interlobe space increases, that is, the space between the screw increases, and the gas flows continuously inside the compressor just before to the point at which the interlobe space leaves the inlet port. The entire length of interlobe space is completely filled with gas. Compression: during the forward motion of rotor screw, the male rotor lobe meshes with another female interlobe. The air is trapped between the space and the suction, and at the end it moves forward in axial direction, causing the air to get trapped, and hence the pressure is gradually increased to the discharge end. And for discharge, as the air reaches to discharge end and discharge port is uncovered, the compressed air is discharged by further meshing of lobe and interlobe space to storage tank. Due to overlap cycle of suction and discharge, it gives smooth and continuous flow of air without creating noise. The advantages of screw compressor are: it is less maintenance due to fewer moving parts, it is having low weight and smaller size, less starting torque. The disadvantage is performance is affected by the moisture present in the suction air. The next type is root blower compressor or lobe type compressor. It consists of two motor rotors driven externally. One of the rotor is connected to drive, and second one is gear driven from first, as shown in figure below. The rotor have two or three lobes having cycloid or hypocycloid involute shape profile. The high pressure delivery side is sealed from low pressure suction side at all angular position. A very small clearance is provided between caser between casing and rotor to prevent the wear and tear. Air leakage through the clearance decreases the efficiency as the pressure ratio increases. During the rotation of rotor, the volume of air V at atmospheric pressure P1 is trapped between left hand rotor and casing. This air is positively displaced with change in volume until the space open to high pressure region. At same time, high pressure rushes back from the reservoir and mix irreversibly with lower air until the pressure is equalized. Then the air is delivered to receiver at pressure 2. If two rotor has two lobes, then the air delivered is 4 volt, and if three lobes, then 6 volt per revolution. It is used to supply air from 0.15 meter cube per minute to 1500 meter cube per minute, and the pressure ratio in single stage machine is 1 to 3.6. The maximum RPM is 12,500. The next type is the vane type compressor. Vane type compressor consists of a rotor located eccentrically in a cylindrical casing. The rotor carries a set of spring-loaded vanes in the slots of rotor as shown in figure below. The rotor carries the spring-loaded vanes as shown in figure. The volume of air V1 at atmospheric pressure P1 is trapped between two vanes. As the rotation proceeds, the trapped air is first compressed reversibly from condition 1 to the next condition. The compression takes place due to decrease in volume provided for the trapped air. Then air is compressed irreversibly to delivery pressure. The air is delivered to receiver after equalization of pressure in receiver. The vane type compressor requires less work as compared to the root blower or lobe type compressor for same capacity and pressure rise. The capacity of air delivered is up to 350 meter cube per minute at a pressure ratio of 4 and RPM of about 250 RPM. The vane type and root blowers are replaced by centrifugal compressor for their use in supercharging engines. The next type is axial flow compressor. Axial flow compressor consists of rotor and a casing or stator. Moving blades are mounted on the rotor and fixed blade on inner side of casing known as stationary blades. Air enters the blade axially and also leaves them in axial direction as shown in figure A. The type of compressor is designed according to the reaction principle. The air from atmosphere enters axially and due to rotation of moving blade causes centrifugal action, increases velocity and then passes through the fixed blade. Thus, the rise in the pressure through the stage, that is rotor and stator, to both blade rows moving as well as fixed, and air leaves then in axial direction as shown in figure. A single stage compressor does not give appreciable pressure ratio. Axial flow compressor is mostly multi-stage compressor. Pressure ratio which can be developed per stage of an axial flow compressor is 1.2. The axial flow compressor runs at lower speed, high weight, higher starting torque and sensitive to any deposit formation on blades and complicated compare with centrifugal compressor. It is usually used in gas turbine, gas power plant and jet engines. The next type of compressor is centrifugal compressor. It mainly consists of impeller and diffuser. The impeller consists of an impeller disc and impeller vanes attached on impeller disc radially, forming radial diverging passage as shown in figure below. Basically, it consists of impeller and diffuser. The impeller rotates with the shaft at high speed and air is drawn into the impeller eye in an axial direction. The air is flown radially outwards through the impeller passage due to centrifugal force and kinetic energy is imported to air with some static pressure as shown in figure. The remaining pressure rise is obtained from the diffuser. The diffuser, which is stationary, consists of number of fixed diverging passages. The air leaves the impeller tip with high velocity and enters the diffuser. The diffuser, in which reduces the high velocity by diffusion process or declaration of air in diffuser, kinetic energy is converted into pressure energy. The centrifugal single stage centrifugal compressor can develop a pressure ratio of up to 4 is to 1 to high as to 10 is to 1 with the help of multi-stage centrifugal compressor. The next point is difference between reciprocating and rotary air compressor. This point has been asked previously in MSBT examination, so please try to note down the points. Starting with first, reciprocating air compressor. In reciprocating air compressor, compression of air takes place with the help of piston and cylinder management with reciprocating motion of piston. Whereas in rotary air compressor, compression takes place due to rotary motion of blades or rotor. In reciprocating air compressor, delivery of air is intermittent, whereas in rotary air compressor, delivery of air is continuous. Delivery pressure is also high in reciprocating air compressor and delivery pressure is low for rotary air compressor. Flow rate of air is also low and flow rate of air is high for rotary air compressor. Reciprocating compressor cannot be directly coupled to the prime mover, whereas rotary air compressor can be coupled to prime mover directly. The speed of compressor is low in the case of reciprocating air compressor because of unbalanced forces, whereas speed of compressor is high because of perfect balancing in the rotary air compressor. In reciprocating compressor, more number of moving parts are there, so more wear and tear is possible and more lubrication and maintenance is required. Whereas in rotary air compressor, there are less moving part, less wear and tear, so less lubrication and maintenance is required. Reciprocating compressors are used where small quantity of air at high pressure is required, whereas rotary air compressors are used where large quantity of air at low pressure is required. There is high installation cost of air reciprocating air compression due to relatively high vibration, and rotary air compressors have low installation cost due to less vibration. Reciprocating compressors have suction and discharge valve, whereas rotary compressor valves are replaced by the ports or in the housing. Again, the mechanical efficiency of reciprocating air compressor is low, whereas it is high in the case of rotary air compressor. So here are the some differences between reciprocating and rotary air compressor. The next point is difference between centrifugal and axial flow air compressor. As shown in figure, the parameters and the comparison between the centrifugal compressor and axial flow compressor. First is considering the flow type. In centrifugal compressor, the flow is axial, parallel to the direction of axis of the machine, whereas in axial flow it is radial. Pressure ratio per stage is high in centrifugal compressor, that is about 4 is to 5 is to 1, and in axial flow compressor it is less, that is about 1 is to 2. Size is compact of centrifugal compressor, and axial flow is less compact and less rushed. Frontal area of compressor, centrifugal compressor, is larger as compared to the axial flow compressor. The delivery pressure of centrifugal compressor is up to 400 bar, and in axial flow it is up to 20 bar. Starting torque required for centrifugal compressor is low, whereas it is high for axial flow compressor. Application of centrifugal air compressor is big central air conditioning plant, low pressure refrigeration, supercharging of IC engine, gas pumping, etc. Whereas axial flow compressor is mainly used in jet engines, preferred in power plant, gas turbine and steel mills. So this is it for today's session. We have completed our third chapter, air compressor. Thank you.